Howdy brewers out there, it's time for another brew day here. I'm going to be doing a Saison this time. I've been wanting to do one for a while now, but I did find out that my homebrew supply shop had Nelson Sauvin and Sorachi Ace, so definitely going to try that out. And other than that, I mean, 9.5 pounds of grains plus a half pound of rice hulls. I had 5.5 pounds of two row, 2.5 pounds of white wheat malt, 1 pound of Munich, and a half pound of carapils. So, I don't want this focus. Okay. Um, yeah. So it's gonna be, I'm gonna do a two-step mash today. I've got my water pretty much, ready to go now. I've got a half and half. Reverse osmosis and tap water, and then I added 2 grams of gypsum. So I'm gonna add some lactic acid as well, about 3 milliliters, and then we'll get my pH in range. So I got it's gonna be 1 quart per pound at 145 for 45 minutes, and that's gonna be boiling water added to get it up to 155, which is like, I don't know, a gallon or something. We'll see how it goes. It should be pretty good. Here's my thick mash now, and I missed the mark. I got about 140 or so. I added some boiling water. It was a 142, and then I went to the store to get more reverse osmosis water and some other stuff, and then came back and it was still 142. So heating up about 3 quarts of water to a boil, and then that'll hopefully bring it up to 155, and then I could let that sit for a while, and then it'll be time to sparge after that. I'm not going to take a sugar or a gravity with my refractometer yet, but hopefully this will convert nicely. I got a nice crush, so hopefully there's plenty of stuff going on in there. Just added another gallon of boiling water, and I got up to about 155 or so. There's some warm spots and stuff, even though I mixed it up. So we're pretty much where we want to be now. I'm going to have to let it sit for 15 minutes, I think, because I heard that lower mash temperatures can cause more dextrins, and you want to kind of get those converted. So that's why I bring it up to a higher temperature. So, yep, I'll be back in a few. I thought I'd share how I'm going to get this Saison nice and warm. What I got here is a 100 watt bulb and a clamp on light. Maybe I'll suspend it. I don't know. This seems like a good place for it. I'm going to probably put a shirt over my bucket just to block the light out. And then I changed my Renko is gonna it has a heat function, so I can just say I want it to be 78. It's about 75 in there right now, and then I'm gonna turn it on. There we go. It heats up pretty nicely, and I mean, I can't really complain with a 100 watt bulb. It seems to get raised. It'll probably raise up this temperature to 3 degrees in a couple minutes. So I can definitely make it 85 degrees in here with this light, which is what I want to do after about 3 days of normal fermentation at 68. So I won't really need it until then. So so I don't know if I'm gonna get an enclosure for it or something, but I was thinking about putting a shirt over it, but that could be a fire hazard, and I don't want to burn down the house or the apartment. So it seems decent enough, and if I just put a shirt over my fermenter, that'll be fine enough for what I need to be doing. So we'll see what happens. Finally collecting the first runnings now, and I took a gravity with the refractometer off the top of the grain bed, and it said about 1036. So we'll see how it goes after I pull it up through the grains and then see what the gravity is. I hope it's going to be better than that, but it probably should. quite hazy because of the wheat I used and stuff, but I did a couple of Warloffs, I think a full gallon, so I think I should be alright by now. And then it's going to be time to sparge. I put 3 gallons up to about 185 in the pot, and then I poured it in. It was about 171, so I added 1 ice cube, and then it was 168 after that, so we were good. Let it sit for a few minutes, and then now I'm pulling it off. I had 3 gallons exactly when I pulled the first running, so I put I should have around where I need to be, a little bit over 6 gallons. Really hoping I get better efficiency this time, but if I don't, I'm going to check it with the refractometer, and then I'll add a little bit more sugar to compensate. I need this beer to be dry anyway, so it'll just work out like that. We're boiling ever so gently as usual. I put the half ounce of Saison hops, or however you say it, in at 60 minutes, and we're boiling for about maybe 15 now. I already got the grains all bagged up and ready to go. I half ounce of each of these hops is going to be at 15, 7, 3, and 0 minutes, and then the rest of the Saison hops are going to go into it the last second. So I like using up all my hops, you know. So yeah, not bad. I think I actually got about 6.5 gallons of runnings, and it was about 10:38, so I think I got about 70% efficiency. So I don't know, maybe it was because I did that weird mash and then not all of it converted, or I don't know, something, whatever. It's gonna be good. And I'm gonna add I think I'm gonna add an extra half pound of table sugar, so it'll be okay. We're just approaching the 15-minute mark now, and I've got all my hops lined up here, and I'm about to put my addition. I already put the sugar in. I attempted to not scorch it, but knowing my luck, I'm probably going to end up seeing some scorched sugar on the bottom when I pour it into the fermenter, so we'll see how that goes. Pour that in with the Whirlflock tablet. It's probably going to smell pretty awesome in here soon. I got my stuff. I got my sanitizer all ready to go. And here's the rest of the hop additions. Got them all measured out pretty nicely. So yeah, I like taking a whiff of these. It's pretty nice. They're very floral, kind of spicy, but not really. I'm sure that'll change after the boil's over. We'll see how it goes. Finally cooling down now, and I'll be keeping a close eye on that outbound hose there, because it's made me problems in the past, and now my lens is fogged up again. Anyway, I have a feeling I'm going to get a lot of yield from this batch, especially because I got 6.5 gallons of my boil off rating exactly stellar, so we'll have to see what's going on. I got my paint strainer as usual. Give me some clear beer even though it's got wheat in it. Yeah, I've been having great results with that bag, not getting any hop, you know, vegetal flavors or anything from hops being in the fermenter, so can't be more happy with that. Anyway, so we'll see how this goes. I'm planning on a 3-day growth period, and then the 85-degree madness for whenever it finishes. So we'll see what happens. All ready to go now. I'll be interested in seeing how long it takes to take off and start fermenting, but I'm gonna keep track of the thermometer to make sure I'm in about 68 degrees or so for the next 3 days, and then I'm gonna ramp it up with this light here. I probably put a shirt over my fermenter, so looking forward to seeing how this turns out. Alright, it's time to finish this video up now. Yeast took off really quickly. I had pitched yeast at 8:30 or 9 o'clock. It was decanted to about 1 liter. The yeast wasn't very flocculent that I could see, and it didn't look like there was a lot in there, but It took off, I'd say, in about 16 hours maybe. When I woke up for work at 6:30, it was the lid was distended, so I knew it was ready to go. When I got home, it was flying. It was bubbling really quickly, and so I definitely know that it's gonna probably attenuate pretty well. After last night, Tuesday night, I had saw it slowing down bubbling, and then I immediately switched the plugs into my Ranco to the lamp with the 100-watt bulb, and then I slowly, over the course of that night, I slowly ramped it up a little bit. And today I ramped it to about 82 now, and the thermometer says that the beer is 79, so we're getting closer to where I want it to be at. And it definitely smells a lot more phenolic from the CO2 release in there, so it's probably going to be pretty cool. Turns out I actually did get about 75% efficiency, even though I messed up the mash and all that stuff. I put it in on Hopville, and it said that I put in all the Brew malts and stuff because that's what I used from the homebrew supply store, and it says I got about 75% efficiency with 5.5 gallons. So that's pretty good in my opinion. So it started at 10:58, and I don't know where it's going to end up, but I did use a lot of sugar, so, and it mashed really low, so I wouldn't be shocked if it ended at 10:05, because that blonde ale that I made that was mashed badly, it was ended at 10:04, and that was pretty shocking. Probably it was the lowest one I've ever made as far as finishing gravity. So looking forward to this one. Next month, which is probably the next time I brew, I'll probably be another Belgian style or something. I'm definitely thinking of a Hefeweizen, probably in March or something when it gets warmer out, just just because. So I've definitely been liking making these Belgian styles, and they've all been high quality stuff, and with my fermentation chamber and all that stuff. So I might use it, make a double, or I might make a I don't know, Belgian dark, like a Unibrewed terrible or something, like maybe something not that big, but maybe 8% or something. We'll see what happens. So yeah, it was a great brew day, and even though it's always slow for me, I always like the feeling of when I'm done, and got my process down. Everything's good. So until next time, cheers.